Hi friends, welcome back again to my channel Coding from Experience. So in today's session I am gonna show you how we can set up the environment variable using the Node.js. When we are making any Node.js application, how we can set up the environment variables. So let's begin the session. So today my agenda is I will show you how we can set up the environment variable using Node.js. Okay, so before that I will request you, if you have not still subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and like it so that you will get notification on my new uploaded video. Okay, so let's start. So for that, let me to show you, I will give you the 3 steps actually. First one, I will explain what is env variable, that is environment variable. Second one, how many ways we can set up the environment variable in Node.js. So let me to explain you one by one. So if people will ask me what is this environment variable and why this is required, let's say when we people are making any product or any Node.js application, if that is the one live product we are designing or we are developing, there are 3 stages we basically follows. First one, let's say the development. Second one, let's say testing. Once development has been finished, after that testing. Third one is production deployment, that is production environment. So let's say I have 3 environment here. So for that, when let's say for development purpose, usually we are using so many values, like if you ask me, that is, let's say port number, DB configuration, like username, password, etc. So same thing, when we are deploying our application after development in testing environment, we may change same value, same port, DB configuration values, username, password, let's say file file path. These are some basic parameters I am showing you. So this can be changed when we are moving from development to testing. Similarly, when we are moving from testing to production, that is final deployment, when we are going to live our project, so this value again will be changed. Let's say here I am using to run my application port 8000. Here I may use port 8001. Here I may use port, let's say 8002. Okay, because let's say when the development team has finished the development and gave it to deploy it into the testing environment, gave it to the testing team for testing, so we should actually use the different, as the environment is different, we should use the different port also, let's say. Okay, because same time maybe the development pools are working, so if both will use the same environment, then when the development team is working, the testing team may not test, it will disturb to development team, or if development team is working, it may disturb to testing team. Similar for production. So for different environment, we are configuring different values. So basically, instead of doing setting those values, hard coded values inside our code, so it's better way to declare some environment variable. That means we will set those variables, those values inside our environment, and we will fetch them to our code file, code base, so that when, let's say tomorrow, let's say today, in production, let's say port is running as 8002. So tomorrow customer wanted, no, my port will run at 8003. If we will hard code inside the code base, we have to again open the code file, again change the value, and again deploy. If somewhere we have set up the environment variable, then directly we can change there, and the same code base, without changing, it will fetch the latest value. Let's say for emailing purpose, I set up an SMTP server configuration. Okay, that is auth some email ID or password, some username or password. Okay, so when I will go to production, I may change it. If I am using here the trial version, I have to purchase the final version for production. So if we will hard code all these values inside our code, each time when we require, we have to just open the code base and change. So instead of doing that, we can just declare the environment variables. We have to set up there only, without changing anything inside the code, or without open the code base. So automatically the code will fetch. So now I hope you got the basic idea why environment variables are required. Okay, now I will show you in Node.js how we can achieve the same thing. Okay, so when I am talking about the Node.js, basically there are two ways. Actually other ways are also there, so I will show you today the two ways. First one is, let's say first one is command line argument. Okay, what is this? Let me to explain again. So when we are, let's say now, to start our node server, we are using, I am using npm start. I have declared the script inside the package.json, and I am using the start. Here, let's say I can declare like port, when I am running this command, equals to something like, let's say 3000 and npm start. So with this command, this is the fix command. So with this command, I can also pass some values. Okay, while I am starting my server. So this is one way. Second way is create .env file and declare the values inside that file. So this is also one way. So today I am going to cover these two ways. Actually other ways are also there. You can also follow, you can also set up same variable with your system environment. Like if, let's say if you are using Mac or Windows or Ubuntu or CentOS, you can also set up those variables inside those environment and fetch it. So in some other day I will show you that method. So today I am going to cover these 2 points. First one is I will pass same variables with my command, start command. Second one, I will create one .env file and I will fetch. So how it is I am going to perform, let's see this video up to last. So let's go to my VS Code editor. So if I will show you, so this is my, if you can see here, this is my app.js file. If you see, I have hard-coded the port, that is 8000. This is one hard-coded value. Another you can find, see, for this cross origin also I have hard-coded two values. First one is this one, second one is that is localhost 3000. So these are the hard-coded values. If I will same way I will just, if you see, this is my database name. When I am making the connection string, this is my database name, this is my database port, and as usual this is localhost. But when you will go for the production, here also when you will add the authentication to your MongoDB, here also some like this, it will be the connection string will be username @password. I think it will be like this, sorry, username :password, and like this. Okay, so this is your DB name. So these are, if you see here, many parameters are hard coded. I am taking the hard coded value. So today I will remove this. I will pass from the environment. I will pass those values as an environment variable, and I will show you. Okay, so first way, let me to declare it like this. So once I am going to follow the first step, I will pass this thing from the with the when I will start the server, and I will fetch this port value to my app.js file. Okay, so for that, let me do, we have to use process.env, let's say dot port, like this I can use. Okay, let me do also remove this one. So here if you will see, I change the port. I will fetch this port number from the command line, and for that how I will fetch is the same simple method for the Node.js, process.env, after that your parameter. Okay, so let me to start this server. The same way, here my key name is PORT, all are in caps. So let me do, before that, do one thing. Let me to print the one console message, so that it will be more clear. Port is equals to our port. So now you can see I have changed this hard coded value. Now I will fetch this value dynamically from the command line. So for that, here port like this you can write equals to, let's say, same 8000 I am taking, otherwise I am taking, yes, same 8000 let me to take. Okay, now I will write npm, let's see what's happening. See here my console, in my console message it printed port equals to 8000. Also node server is running on the port 8000. So now you can see I pass this port value from the command line. Okay, I pasted inside my code. So this is one way, but this is not a appropriate way to do that. Okay, so now using this way, now I can fetch the port value from the command line. So the first way is finished, the first step is finished. So second step is I will create one .env file, and similarly I will fetch those values. So first you have to go to your root directory. Inside your root directory, this is your root directory, create one file, new file, .env. So I created here I can write, let's say, my port equals to, let's say, 8000, right? Similarly I will take, what are the other hard coded values here, in array, origin, let's say origin equals to this one. You can define like this. Okay, third one, let me to take one more value, this two part is finished. There is no hard-coded value here. If I will go to my DB, this tutorial is my database name, so I will take this one as also db underscore name, let's say, equals to tutorial. Let me to check where other hard-coded values are there. Auth controller, I will go to here. You can see the private key also, so I will take this one also. I will remove all hard-coded values. Let's say private underscore key equals to, I will take some value here, node tutorial, this one. So like this, just first step is just create. I'll write here for this one. I'll write this tag, create dot env file inside your project directory. Okay. Second line, one more line I will show you. Always don't forget it to add this file into git ignore file. Add this file. I will tell you why. Dot git ignore. Okay. Third part is declare all your config values. Let's say I'm saying config values. Fourth one is fetch those env environment values to node.js file. Now it's okay, right? So first I have created. Now I will add this .env file to git ignore. Why? Actually it's required. Whenever you are committing this file to git, you should remove this file. So git ignores work function is like that. When you will commit your total code base to git, whatever the files you have mentioned inside that git ignore, without those files, then rest of file will be uploaded to git. So actually why you don't need to upload? Because if let's say you have declared some sensitive data like username, password, and that git repo is public, so it will be visible to all. So let me to add this file to git ignore. Here my git ignore file is here. Somewhere I have declared, yes, it is already added. Actually I have already added, you can see .env. So you can add like this, right? I have added. You can just add like this .env. Okay. Third point is declare all your config values. I have declared as I have shown to you like this. Now fourth point is I will fetch these values. So let me to for app.js, let me to fetch the origin. Let's say here I am fetching const origin equals to, same way you have to use process.env. This is Node.js inbuilt method. Origin. Okay. Let's say I am printing that value also here. Origin is origin. Okay. Somewhere it's throwing error. Let me check. Yes, I have to add this one to this option object. Okay. Always try to use this VS Code editor, so it will show you the runtime error as well. sorry, the compiling error. Okay, so next is db name. So let me to go to db.js. Let me to actually create here one connection string. Before that, db equals to same way process dot env dot db name. Okay, let me to create one connection string dynamically. Let's say connection str I am giving. I will copy this one up to this one, then I will add my db name dynamically. That is db. So I will add this connection string to here. Before that, db, let me to print it, db okay. Now it's okay. One more is this one, this private key. So let me to go to here, private key, same way process dot env dot private key. Okay, also print this one. Now my fetching part is finished. Okay, I have skipped actually one step, let me tell you. Okay, last one is before fetching it, here for this process we have to import dot env file dot, sorry, this one is dot env module from npm library. Okay, so let me to go to .env module. Here this one you can use. I will add this link to my description box. So we have to install like this. Okay, so for that, let's say this module we have to use to configure our .env file with our code. After that, you have to use the config method of it, .config. .env.config, sorry, or I am directly writing instead of making one more line. Here only I am writing. Don't read this one. Okay, so you can just visit this npm site .env npm library, and it has mentioned many things actually. You can directly configure you can call your config file which is present in other location. So you can follow this site. It will give you some good idea. Here you can define the path. Okay, if the .env file is present in somewhere else. Okay, So now all part is finished. Okay, now I will run this my code. Let me to check again if something. No, everything is finished. Let me to run my code. Cannot find the module.env. I have to import it or install it. npm I let installation to be finished. Yeah, now it's okay, seems okay. So let me to run npm start, check all those values are not there or not. Okay, db has already been declared. Let me to go to that file. Oh sorry, so let me to make it db name. Why this error happened? Due to this constant value. Once we have declared one constant, we cannot declare that one again, so that is the only reason. Now it seems okay. Let me run again. Clear the okay. See, private key no tutorial, it is fetched. db tutorial, it is also fetched. Port is 8000, origin is this one. So all these things has been fetched from my .env file. Let me to run one more REST API in front of you. So let's say this is my login API. Let me to run this one. Yeah, now it's generating the token. So I am using that private key before generation of this token. That means my all values present inside that .env file, those are imported to our Node.js code base. So let me to get the get record API. Let me to add here with bearer token. Now see, all record paste. So in this way we can set up our environment variables, and we can use those variables inside our Node.js code base or Node.js application. So now I hope you got some basic learning. So you can just try this type of method with your application and let me know if you are facing any issues. Okay, so before that one point I was saying in the beginning of this tutorial, there is one more way. You can set also this variable with your system environment. That is also possible. Okay, so in the some other day I will show you. I will make one full video tutorial on it. Second thing is, okay, now one question might come to your mind. If I will not push this value, if I am adding .env file into my git ignore, then I am not going to push it into GitHub. So how at that time how I will configure? Actually in real time, when you are purchasing, when you are doing the cloud deployment, that cloud environment has some place or some location where you can define your environment variables. So in this same way is same, using this process.env you will face those values. No need to go to open your code base, no need to change anything. If I will give you the example of a Heroku, if people have already heard about the Heroku cloud deployment, this has some platform, this has some one page, okay, where you can declare, they are giving option to write your environment variables. So we don't need to actually push this value in .env file inside the git. Okay, so in this way you can just set up your environment variable and use those variables or values inside your Node.js applications. So I hope you got some basic learning. So here I am stopping my today's session. Okay, if you like my video, this session, please don't forget to subscribe it. Bye bye.